People who legally died for a few minutes and came back, what was it like? 1. A friend of mine had an overdose that caused a stroke and legally died for a little under 3 minutes in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. He remembers the stroke, and being wheeled to the ambulance on a stretcher. Then he felt like he was floating under ice-cold water, and it was dark, but he wasn't really thinking or feeling anything emotionally, just existing and knowing it was very, very cold and he couldn't see. Then he woke up, and the EMTs were kind of freaked out because his heart had stopped long enough that they figured he was done. At some point in the following days he became convinced that what he experienced was hell minus the knowledge of suffering, like a toned-down preview, and thought it was a warning for him to change his life. Sadly, he didn't stay clean for long. 2. Working in a hospital and taking care of people who have been legally dead and have come back either on their own accord or with CPR, I've heard these people say that they felt like they were falling. They also wake up really confused, not remembering the situation. To me it seems like what they experience is close to a dream, that you're falling and wake up with a jolt. 3. Total darkness. Like going to sleep with no dreams. Until you are brought back, then searing pain kicks in. I guess it's BC, the body goes out of shock, and you feel everything. That's what it felt like to me. 4. My dad ended up in the ICU with internal bleeding. All initial attempts to stop the bleeding failed. Apparently died for a couple of min, but they were able to bring him back. He said he remembers walking through an all-gray neighborhood. Gray houses, gray grass, gray streets, everything a different shade of gray. No people or animals around. Empty but not run down or anything like that. He assumed this was the afterlife, so he proceeded to walk around and search for my cousin who recently passed away. He made his way into a house and walked up the stairs. At the top of the stairs a door opened and a bright light shined through. He couldn't see anything because of the light but decided not to walk into it. He passed there on the stairs and asked for more time. The door closed. Doctor was able to stop the bleeding. That was 12 years ago. My dad still has health issues today, but he got more time like he asked for.